discovering true Black history. It led me to this just gigantic rabbit hole on what really happened during the 1800s and when the slaves were so called freed. It all started off with me just looking up the geography of America and what sorts of things just really stuck out to me. And one thing that's really been sticking out to me is Mount Rushmore. And that's where the four presidents' heads are carved into this mountain. And that land was sacred Indian land that was, of course, stolen. They turned it from sacred land into these four statues that are meaningless, that signify democracy, but look at the current state of the land now. What's democratic about this? What's free about the land? What's free about this country now? It's all a facade. One of the things that's sticking out to me is that a lot of the American Indian and the Black history are coinciding with one another. And why is that? It's because the Blacks are the Indians. And of course, the European Americans and Spanish would want you to know that. It's because they want the land for themselves. They want to claim America. They want to claim Mexico. They don't want Black people to have any history. They would rather throw you off onto a country or a continent that's so far away where you can't trace back your history. There was not just the Civil War. There were many other wars, and the wars were all about the Europeans coming over to take over this area, that area. The Civil War and the Black Hills War were done around the same time, and that was also around the time where the quote-unquote slaves were freed. So it's just so ironic that there was this American Indian War and a Civil War going on at the same time. Well, that just makes you think like it was never a Civil War. It was never that. It was always the American versus the Indian War. And some of these articles, they even said that Europeans had so many different names for these Indians, even just from the pictures of the art. These people are Black, and these people are not African. Look at the eyes. These people are red, black-skinned Blacks from America, indigenous. And so that was just one war. History will have you thinking that the indigenous people of America were killed off in the 1400s. They've been massacred off, but that's the furthest from the truth. Not only are we still here, our identity is still being stolen from us.